Hello students, welcome back to the session. Today we are going to learn a new lesson. Let's start. You can see a picture of different types of food on the screen. You eat different things at home. Either you have chapati with other things or rice with other things. Basically, they are made up of wheat and rice. We can say wheat and rice form the major portion of our meals. Where do we get wheat and rice from? Yes, most of our wheat and rice comes from the northern region, that is the northern plains. So students, today we are going to learn lesson number 4, the northern plains. In this lesson, you will learn about the main physical features of the northern plains, life in the northern plains. So first we'll see where the northern plains are located. When you come down the south of the Himalayan ranges, you can see the northern plains. See, the northern plains are located here. As we go south from the Himalayas, we come to the vast northern plains of India. They run parallel to the Himalayas. They run parallel to the Himalayas from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. Many rivers originate in the Himalayas. Many rivers such as Indus, Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Many rivers such as Indus, Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra originate in the Himalayas. As these rivers are fed by melting snow in the Himalayas, they have water throughout the year. See, these rivers get water from the melting snow in the Himalayas. So the rivers are full. They have water throughout the year. When they come down, the rivers bring with them fine soil called silt or alluvium. What is silt? Silt is a fine sand and mud that is carried by the rivers and deposited on the banks. So the rivers bring with them fine soil called silt or alluvium. Alluvial soil is very fertile. They are good for crops. You can see the picture of silt on the screen. Moving further, let us understand few terms. First one is tributary. What is a tributary? A tributary is small rivers that flows into large rivers. Here you can see this is a main river, this is a large river, and these are the small rivers. They just flow into the large rivers. So these small rivers are called tributaries. Next is distributary. What is distributary? Distributary is a branch of river that does not return to the main river after leaving it. See, this is the main river and these are the branches of rivers. So they does not return to the main river after leaving it. They just go. So they are called distributaries. So the main rivers have several tributaries or smaller rivers joining them. An area watered by a river and its tributaries is called a basin. What is a basin? An area watered by a river and its tributaries is called a basin. This is a basin. So students, the northern plains can be divided into 3 basins. The northern plains can be divided into 3 basins. The Satluj basin in the west, the Ganga basin in the middle, the Brahmaputra basin in the east. So the northern plains can be divided into 3 basins. The Satluj basin in the west, the Ganga basin in the middle, the Brahmaputra basin in the east. We'll see on the map. So this is the Satluj basin in the west. This is the Ganga basin in the middle and this is the Brahmaputra basin in the east. So let's learn one by one. This is the picture of Satluj river. Satluj river and its tributaries. The Satluj river and its tributaries flow towards the southwest through Punjab. The river Satluj and its tributaries flow towards southwest through Punjab. They join, see, they first flow through the Punjab and then they join Indus river in Pakistan. The Indus finally flows into the Arabian Sea. Punjab and Haryana lie to the Satluj river. So these 2 states lie on the Satluj river. Dam. What is a dam? A dam is a wall that is built across a river in order to stop the water flowing and to make a lake. So the Bakranangal Dam has been built on the Satluj river. It provides water and electricity. It provides electricity and water for irrigation. The Indira Gandhi Canal, which starts from Satluj, provides water to many dry areas of Rajasthan. Our next topic is the Ganga basin. This is the picture of Ganga river. Ganga basin. The Ganga is the important river of the northern plains. This is the river which is important of the northern plains. The Ganga basin is spread across. We'll see where it goes. It's spread across Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. So the Ganga basin spreads across Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. The Ganga river originates from Gangotri. Glacier Gangotri. The Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. What is a glacier? Yes, a large mass of ice that moves slowly is called a glacier. So, the Ganga originates from the glacier Gangotri. From where it originates? It originates from the glacier Gangotri. So, in the mountains, as it flow through the mountains, in the mountains it is fed by several tributaries. It is joined by several tributaries such as, we'll see what are they, such as Alaknanda, Mandakini and Bhagirathi. So, it is joined by several tributaries such as Alaknanda, Mandakini, Bhagirathi before it enters the northern plains at Haridwar. As it flows slowly in the plains, so it flows slowly in the plains. It is joined by several tributaries like the Yamuna, Gandak, Ghagra, Kosi and Gomti. So, when it flows slowly in the plains, it is joined by several tributaries like Yamuna, Gandak, Ghagra, Kosi and Gomti. After flowing through Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, so this after flowing through Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the Ganga enters West Bengal, where it enters West Bengal, and there it splits into branches or distributaries. So, after flowing through Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the Ganga enters West Bengal and there it split into branches or distributaries. The two main branches are Hooghly and Padma. The Hooghly river flows through Kolkata and enters the Bay of Bengal. So, the Hooghly river flows, where it flows through Kolkata and enters the Bay of Bengal. Padma, where the Padma enters? The Padma enters Bangladesh. The Padma enters Bangladesh and it joins the Jamuna. Students, please note, Jamuna and Yamuna are two different rivers. So, the Padma enters Bangladesh and it joins the Yamuna, the main branch of Brahmaputra in Bangladesh, before entering the Bay of Bengal. So, it joins the Jamuna, that is the main branch of Brahmaputra in Bangladesh, before it enters the Bay of Bengal. Delta. Delta, what is delta? A triangular shaped land formed when a river splits into many small rivers. It's a triangular shaped land formed when a river splits into many smaller rivers. So, the delta made by Ganga and Brahmaputra is the largest delta in the world. The delta made by the Ganga and Brahmaputra is the largest delta in the world. It is called the Sundarbans Delta. So students, did you understand? So let's summarize what we learned today. Today we learned the Satluj basin and the Ganga basin. The Satluj basin, Punjab and Haryana lie in the Satluj basin. Bhakranangal Dam has been built on Satluj river. The Ganga basin. River Ganga is the most important river of the northern plains. The delta made by the Ganga and Brahmaputra is the largest delta in the world. It is called Sundarbans Delta. With this, I'll stop. We'll continue in the next class. Until then, goodbye. Stay home. Stay safe.